Hi guys, today I'm showing you how to get the artifact of the immune in the Redwoods cave in Ark Survival Ascended, the island map. For this cave, I would recommend one of the following dinos with an apprentice or above saddle: a sabertooth, a gigantopithecus, a direwolf, or a beelzebufo. For this cave, we will be using my beelzebufo as it's the smallest and has a special perk that helps us kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The stats of your tame I would recommend are between 4000 to 8000 HP and 400 to 600 melee. The entrance of this cave can be found at latitude 64.8 and longitude 35.2. In this cave, gear is very important. If you know about gear and the poison, please skip to the time on the screen. In this cave, there is a poison gas that kills you slowly from this point. In full flak armor, you take roughly 30 damage. Certain gear negates this effect: scuba and ghillie. Both are easy to make and lighter to carry than flak armor, and each piece of them adds poison resistance. Ghillie will add way more armor than scuba, so if you have a good ghillie set, use this and bring spare organic poly if possible. With this setup, I'm taking roughly 6 damage per tick, and with enough medical brews, you can do this cave without a gas mask if you aren't able to get absorbent substrate. The downside is that Arthropleura can one-shot you and your gear will break and it'll leave you in a big mess where you'll have to scramble to get out of the cave before you die. I recommend pairing this setup with at least 1 gas mask if substrate is a problem for you, but you can at least get 1. If substrate is not available at all, adding a scuba tank with a full ghillie or scuba set will negate the poison completely, but it will weigh you down and you will need multiple in case an Arthropleura breaks them. Now that that's out of the way, the gear I recommend for this cave are as follows: a good sword, medical brews, a good pump shotgun and shells all on your hotbar, and on your character, 2 to 4 gas masks, some ghillie or scuba gear to negate the poison, and try to keep your weight low. Enter the cave and follow the path. When you get to this point, put on your gas mask or scuba or ghillie setup. Once you're set, continue forward. I like to take off all other gear when I'm using a gas mask, as I rely on medical brews whenever my gas mask breaks, but don't do this unless you're really comfortable and you have no lag on your server. Most people will recommend bug repellent, which does help, but I feel like it's overkill if you're trying to truly do the full cave and defeat all the mobs or do a cementing paste run. Continue down past these mushrooms on this pillar on my left. Mobs spawn here, so defeat them. Using the frog comes in handy, as the biggest mob spawn in this cave are insects, which give the frog cementing paste. My rates are boosted, but if you get the gist when I say you can get a month's supply of CP with a high melee frog in this cave, you know what I mean. Continue forward when you defeat the mobs. You'll meet the next group of mobs very quickly while going down this tunnel. Defeat these and move on as you defeat them. Make sure to keep your eyes on your stamina and torpidity as the insects drain these. When low, don't forget to force feed to regain some HP. Continue down the path and you'll run into your next set of mobs. Here, beware of Arthropleura. If you see one, you can pull out your pump shotgun and dispatch the Arthro as soon as possible if it's a very high level. This gives it less time to break your gas mask or your armor. You then want to continue past the mushrooms and into the narrow tunnel ahead. At the end of the tunnel, there will be more mobs. Defeat these. You should now notice that the tunnel opens up into a large room with some water. More mobs will aggro to you, so defeat these and beware of leeches. This cave has a high spawn rate for diseased leeches. I find that leeches aren't attracted to frogs, so for the most part you should be okay unless you dismount. Don't forget to heal up when you get low on HP. After defeating the mobs, go past the water on the right hand side towards the mushrooms. Mobs will attack you when you get close, so be ready to fight them. After you defeat the mobs, continue down the path. A few seconds in, you should be attacked by more mobs. Fight these and carry on. You should see a giant mushroom ahead. Go towards it and fight the mobs in this room. Stay out of the water in this room as these leeches are in there. After you defeat the mobs, clear out the leeches with your frog, and in the water you may see a loot drop. Pick this up once it's safe. Then go back on the path and go down the right hand side. Continue down the whole spiral towards this entrance. And just before the entrance, right here, tucked in the bushes, is your first explorer note. Pick this up and make your way back to the first room with the water and the red pillar. If you need more cementing paste, you can always stick your head in this entrance and lure some flies to your frog before you go back to the first room. Once you get back to this room, you want to go towards the red light and continue down the entrance at that spot. You will then enter another room with water and mobs. Fight all the mobs in this room. Now go towards the water and down the left hand side where you will see an entrance. Go to this entrance and fight the mobs here. Continue down the path and on your right hand side at this mushroom may be a loot drop. Pick this up when safe to do so and continue onwards. You will come to a crossroad. Here you want to take the left hand path. Ahead, now you should see a mushroom in the next room. In this room, you will see a big ball of glowing spider eggs to your right in a pool of water. Sometimes a loot drop spawns in this body of water, but so do leeches. Kill any mobs in this room, then proceed to clear out all the leeches, then carefully grab this loot drop. Continue back onto the path at this mushroom, then take the right and continue further down the path. At the end of the path, there will be two entrances here. You want to take the left entrance. Go down this path and kill the mobs that attack you. You should see a central pillar ahead. Go past this and on the right hand side, here is your second explorer node. Collect this and go back to the previous room. Once you get back to the room, you want to turn to your left and go down the entrance at the green pillar. Right in front of this pillar will be your third and final explorer node. Grab this and continue down the path. At the end of this path will be the artifact of the immune. Grab this and it's time to leave the cave. Go back down the path and once you go past the green pillar, continue down and I like to just jump over the body of water on the left hand side. Once you land, continue left towards the tunnel here. Continue down the tunnel and at this spot where it splits into two tunnels, now go to the left hand side. Go down this path and you'll be in the room with the water and huge trees. Jump over the water to the other side and continue down the path. You should now see the red glowing pillar. Now you're in the first big room near the start of the cave. Now go down the entrance at the right hand side. Keep going till you see these two mushrooms, then go past them and from here it's a pretty straight path all the way back to the entrance. And just like that, you've completed the Redwood's cave and got yourself the artifact of the immune with 0 deaths, I hope. So this is my guide on how to obtain the artifact of the immune as easily as possible while doing the full cave, getting the loot drops and explorer notes. This cave can be overwhelming depending on your spawns, but overall it's very doable, especially when you have the right setup. And using a giant toad gives you so many more perks like getting all that CP that could literally last you for a month. If this video helped you, make sure to like and subscribe and look out for more Ark Survival Ascended how-to videos. Leave a comment, let me know how you guys got on using this tutorial. Did it help you guys? Because I feel kind of like proud when y'all be like, you know what, I did this and it worked, and I just feel like, yeah, I did that, helped them do, you feel me? So let me know how you guys get on, and I'll see you guys next time. Like we blind on it, things we never seen. Oh, man, I cannot